Hey y'all, Cecile here. I am hopping on again today just to share one more story for anybody who is thinking about getting anti-racism training. Yesterday, I was talking with a student. She has signed up for my August 1st class, and her question was, "Do you perform miracles? Can you get me from being afraid of confrontation to actually speaking up?" And she was sharing a story where she knew that she wanted to speak up, but she didn't know what to say, and she was afraid to say anything because she didn't want to offend anybody. And so I'm going to share with you what I shared with her. And her conversation happened to be around sports. And if you're talking about sports and racism, Colin Kaepernick is going to come up. And so what I shared with her was, since you know you have these types of conversations, think about what it is you want to say. All the stuff that you say after the fact, when you get home and you're talking to yourself or you're talking in the mirror, get that straight in your head so that you know what you want to say, and practice it until it just becomes second nature. And then when those situations come up, instead of fighting your fear of speaking up and trying to think of something to say, it's already a habit. You know what you want to say, and all you have to deal with is your fear of speaking. And having practiced it, and you know you believe what you're saying and you're ready to say something, that also helps alleviate your fear. So practice ahead of time. This anti-racism stuff is not easy, and so you do have to practice and make this stuff a habit before you get in the situation. Even if you're thinking that, if I see the police pulling over, a black person, and I want to help, but I don't know what I want to do, practice that in your head. No, write out the steps. Are you going to walk up and ask what's going on? Are you going to pull out your cell phone and start filming? Practice it in your head, write down the steps, do it until it's second nature, so when the situation happens, you are ready and you can just step up. You don't have to worry about wondering what to do. You know what to do. You just have to have the courage to step up and do it. And so these are the type of things that I teach in my class. And if you're interested in this, I invite you to come to one of my free webinars where I go over more ideas and you get a sense of who I am and how I work. My motto, as always, is no blame, no shame, no guilt, because I'm not blaming people for what their ancestors have done. I'm not shaming people for their skin color, and guilt really, really gets in the way of learning about anti-racism. And so if this sounds good to you, then I invite you to come to one of my free webinars this Saturday and next week. And I invite you to sign up for one of my intensives so you can actually get 4 hours of intensive learning. And at the end of it, I promise you, if you do the work, then you will be a changed person. You will have a shift in your mindset. And in addition to my no blame, no shame, no guilt motto, I integrate self-care with all of my workshops. So I help all of my students increase their capacity to learn and their resilience. I increase your emotional capacity so you can set your feelings aside and take in the information and process it without feeling defensive and without feeling attacked. And that is how we get to a place where we can speak openly and honestly and bravely. We can say the things we need to say and learn the things we need to learn so that we can change things. So if any of this sounds good to you, then you are completely welcome to come to my webinar, to sign up for my class. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM or post a comment below. And look for the link. I will post a link to my free webinars so you can check me out in the comments. And I'm sending everybody fierce love, and I'll see you later. Bye.